The day has finally come that my master's dissertation is published. This is not the one that you could read. This is the hardbound copy I made when I finished graduate school. But you can go to the Journal of Migration History and read my original research, No One Likes a Mad Woman, Irish Women in the Almshouses and Insane Asylums of the Northeastern United States. So, for those of you that don't have institutional access to reading a history journal, I want to tell you a little bit about what my research uncovered. So, what a lot of people don't realize is that Irish women made up the majority of the Irish that immigrated to the United States. A lot of people know that the Irish were, of course, the largest immigrant group in the late 19th century, but what they don't realize is that women were 52% of those immigrants. It's the only immigrant group where the women actually outnumbered the men. And the jobs that they often took when they came to the United States were as domestic servants. So domestic servants are the people that worked doing cooking, cleaning, child rearing, really anything that the family asked for. But they did all of this in American households. This was taking care of multi-level households with who knows how many kids, doing, again, whatever the hiring people asked of them. And it was backbreaking work. It was mentally abusive work. Anti-Irish sentiment was at a peak in the United States. So even though they were getting hired to do the job, people were incredibly just horrendous to them and the things they said about them. So what my research points out is that these women that were taking up the bulk of the work as domestic servants, most other types of immigrant groups didn't go towards this work field. So it connects Irish women being in domestic service and the backbreaking work and the emotional abuse to why they ended up in the poorhouses and insane asylums. Just like they were the largest immigrant group to the United States, they also made up a supermajority of the people in the poorhouses and insane asylums. They were up to 72% of the institution users, which obviously doesn't make sense when you consider that there are plenty of regular Americans as well as all the other different immigrant groups that came to the United States. So, the moral of the story is Irish women went mad and they went poor because they were at the bottom of society in the late 19th century, particularly in the northeastern United States. And their dependence on these institutions was entirely something avoidable if we treated them better and had better policy towards migrants then and, migrants now. So that's a little bit about my research. I'm so glad that it's finally out and you all have an opportunity to read it. And thank you so much if you do.